The fluorescent lights of the accounting firm hummed above my head, a sound that usually helped me focus on the endless rows of spreadsheets. Today, however, that hum sounded like a taunt. I am 65 years old, and most people my age are thinking about retirement and quiet mornings. I am thinking about a cold dish. I am thinking about revenge from my sister. She is the reason of my breakup. You might think that at my age, the fires of resentment should have burned out long ago. You would be wrong. Some wounds do not heal. They simply wait for the right moment to be reopened. My sister, Elena, has spent her entire life taking things that belong to me. But the day she shattered my relationship with the only man I ever truly loved was the day she crossed a line. I sat at my desk, my fingers moving slowly over the keys. My boss, a man 30 years younger than me, walked by and nodded. He respects my work because I am precise. I don't make mistakes. I have spent 40 years being precise. I control numbers. I control data. And now, finally, I control the narrative.
I remember the day it happened like it was yesterday. His name was Julian G. Looked at me like I was the only person in the room. We were planning a life together. Then, Elena stepped in. She didn't want him for herself. She just didn't want me to have him.
She whispered lies. She fabricated stories. She even planted letters in his coat pocket that I supposedly wrote to someone else. She ruined us. Julian left without even giving me a chance to explain, and Elena just smiled that thin, sharp smile of hers. Now, she is old too. She lives in a house she can't afford, clinging to a social status that is rapidly crumbling. She doesn't know that I have been watching. She doesn't know that her big break is actually a trap I helped set. Why did my sister ruin my relationship? In our case, it was a lifelong competition. She viewed my joy as a threat. I let my guard down. I shared my secrets with her, and she turned those secrets into weapons. In this office, I handle the audits for several high-end property developers. It gives me access to information worth more than gold. 3 months ago, Elena's name appeared on a list of investors. She was putting everything she had, her savings, her house, into this deal. I didn't have to do anything illegal. I just had to be very, very thorough. I found the hidden debts and pending lawsuits that would tank the project. Instead of flagging them immediately, I waited. I watched her social media posts. She was buying expensive clothes, posting photos of champagne, bragging about her new lifestyle. It felt familiar. It felt exactly like the way she celebrated when Julian walked out of my door. Yesterday, I finally sent the audit report. I sent it to the regulatory bodies and the lead investors. The project is frozen. Elena's investment is gone. It vanished into a cloud of legal fees and bankruptcy filings. The sun is setting over the city, casting long shadows across my office. My phone buzzed an hour ago. It was a text from Elena. She was screaming in all caps, asking if I knew what was happening, begging for help. I didn't reply. I simply deleted the message. Does revenge feel as good as they say? People say revenge is hollow. I disagree. For the first time in 40 years, the weight in my chest is gone. I am an old lady in a quiet office. They don't realize that the quietest people often have the loudest memories. I am going to pack my bag now. I am going to buy a nice dinner and sleep soundly. Today, she is also the reason I am finally smiling. You have to be careful who you hurt. You never know who is keeping track of the debt, or when they might decide it is finally time to collect.